Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to have Shawn Harper with me. As you can tell by size and physique, this man was standing at a line protecting, well, he's a lineman. I mean, by no other term. And he played, let me see if I've got this, the Colts, the Rave. I got it. I totally am going blank.
Okay.
Tell me, everyone,
Colts
you
is
play
good enough. That's fine.
Colts.
Colts and the Rams. See,
the Rams.
You're there. Yeah. You know what? Don't worry about everything else. That's fine. You're good.
Well, you're a former 7-year NFL player. I mean, what an honor to speak to you, because we're in the midst of the Olympics. And I think about, as a parent who, and all parents who have little kids who play soccer every morning, and just throw a football around, it is quite the feat to get to the Olympics. But my God, the amount of training just to go back in your lifetime of throwing a football, going and training, and being a professional, and then, playing in high school, which is supposed to be fun, but really your trajectory was obviously very different. Your mindset was different. You were out there to get, to be a great athlete, to get an education. You missed a lot of fun over here to get on a great path to be a professional athlete. So no, I don't want to skip over it, because there are very few people who get to be in that category. So no, I'm not skipping over it, because we're going to talk about what you're doing today. But to be able to be a professional athlete is just no easy feat. Not everybody can do it.
Thank you.
And we talked offline. For the teams you played against those Lions. So thank you for probably not killing us too badly. But really what we're going to talk about today is really what you're doing now, which I love, because you're inspiring people, you're mentoring, you're coaching, and all these things. And I've got to believe that where you are today, so many people helped you and gave you a lot of insight of some of the things that are coming out in your words today. I mean, I know that they're your words, but you were probably highly motivated by coaches, teachers, your family, to bring you to what you're doing today. So welcome. That was a long little intro there, but I wasn't going to let you slide by. Just
well, you know what? That's fine. And thank you for having me on the show. And it is my prayer that it would be an absolute blessing, and people have fun, and it will be informative, and that we'll win. See, I love to use the word win. But yeah, I played a total 7 years professional football. I played with the Rams and the Colts. I played with Houston when they were in Houston. I also played in NFL Europe, had a blast over playing across the pond, exposing and introducing the concept of football versus football.
Football, rugby, better known as.
Right. So, but you know what? It was awesome. And my road leading up to the NFL was very intriguing and interesting, and hopefully we can touch on that. But what the actual blessing that I love is that I was able, for the past 20 plus years, to take what I've learned playing in high school, college, pee-wee, in the professional ranks, and bring them, or actually merge it over to the actual corporate world. And so I was able to take the concepts of drive and the little nuances and the techniques and the strategies and the methodologies that I've learned playing professional sports. I applied it to the business world, and I have also applied it to life. And I'll give you just a crude example. For the most part, I always do podcasts, and 90% of my speeches or corporate events, I always have on a coat and tie, or I always have on a coat in a
professional dress.
Yes. the reason why, because one of my mentors when I was playing, his name was Jackie Slater. He played 20 years professional football. Now, the average lifespan in the NFL is between 2 to 3 years. This guy played 20 years. What's so amazing about Jackie is that he would come to practice every single day with a suit and tie, or at the latest, or at the least, a blazer. And he would have on a collared shirt. And one day I asked him, why are you doing that? Like everyone's, in sweats and, got crust in their eyes, and you're just neatly, and then he said, because Shawn, it's business. It's all business. And having the right perspective in what you do is just as important as you doing it. So thank you for having me. Let's win.
And I like that perspective. And what's interesting, I kind of always, and people have heard me say this about my mom. My mom always says, like, you get up, you get dressed, you get going. And like, even, during the pandemic, when sweatpants became professional wear, I got up, showered, put a dress on, and my husband would look at me and say, where are you going? And I've always worked from home, and I'm like, where am I going? I'm going to my office. Right. And I do think that Jackie and what he instilled in you is just, when you look in the mirror, that starts your day and your mind in that professional, mindset. Yes. And I think, it's a great lesson to kids. I used to laugh and say, God, I wish my kids, wore school uniforms. There's something to be said by it sometimes, because it just sort of makes everyone on an even space. Right. But it also, gives them that this is, we're here to learn, we're here to do. Right. I don't love uniforms because I like creativity. However, I also don't love, I'll say to my clients, you're going on TV, professional wear. And they're like, kind of look at me like, well, I know that. And I'm like, but I say it. Right. It's just a reminder.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I'm doing a ton of research on is the subconscious. And how you're dressed, how your presentation, how the color schemes really dictate or set the mood or set the tone. So it gives new life to the term mindset. Mm-hmm. Mindset, like you're setting it up. You're setting the actual parameters of that conversation.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So Shawn, I don't even know if you thought we'd go here, but with that in mind, do you think we're educating our young athletes, our young students with that mindset? Are we preparing them?
No. There was a time playing professional sports 15, 20 years ago that, a ton of athletes, they would, dress up. But the student athletes, no, I'm not seeing that. Maybe at an actual football game, but I don't think that the actual, what term should I use? I don't think that
it's instilled in them.
No, it's not. The order of it is not instilled. I remember when I played for Coach Mallory at Indiana. Every player, every game, practice, leave practice sometimes, coat and tie. Every day. If you don't have a coat and tie, you better talk to the coach or one of your position coaches, because if you show up for a important meeting and you're not in coat and tie, there was a problem. And that was, it's just having that. It actually establishes protocol.
And it's interesting because you were already in college, and my son was a captain for 2 years of his high school lacrosse team. And I'll never forget, I would say, oh, it's game day. What are you wearing to school? Like that was a thing. Right. And he said, well, I would get backlash, Mom, but we're doing shirt and tie. And sometimes they would do shirt, tie, even with their jerseys. And he always said he wanted a tie. Like he wanted to stand out. He wanted to make an impact, and they would do that then getting off the bus. I think, it was interesting because I think that came from seeing football players, even, basketball players professionally, which is important. I think that's the mark, but I think
it sets the tone.
It does.
It's business time.
Yeah. But I think that's important in business today when we're all, we found ourselves in Zoom world.
Yes.
And I'm watching my own young adult children on, Zoom. I'm really proud of them. My law student gets dressed for school, and I sort of asked him why, and he's like, I'm in law school, Mom.
That's right.
You get dressed.
It's one of the tough lessons that I had to learn is, especially in business, it's not so much about being liked, it's about being respected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's huge. Somebody might not like you in the business world, but if you're not respected, you're not getting business done, or those numbers are going to come in a little lower, or the other branches of the sweetheart deal, you're not going to get it. Why? Because they don't respect you.
Right.
Respect is huge, and I've been hammering that with my son. It's not about being liked anymore. Those days are gone. It's about being respected, and the fastest way to be respected is to respect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a teachable skill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a counterculture skill, because our culture has substituted the word respect for likes, social media, Instagram, and popularity. Respect and honor is huge. It's innate in every person that they will give respect to something. And so the person, he or she, that commands and receives a lot of respect, that's one of the true vessels of power and influence, is respect and honor. Actually, the respect part is just natural. The honor is what you give out of duty.
I haven't had someone really say it like that. And the fact that you just said that we're so focused on the likes, and we're really not liking the respect, because, and what an important message. Tell me about how your day is. Tell me, I don't often say, share your day with me, but I'm intrigued, because just listening to you in these short minutes, I want to sit in the audience and listen to you, so tell me how you work with people and who should work with you.
Wow. Well, to answer your first question,
where can I sit in an audience with you?
My day starts extremely early. Like this morning, I was up at 3:30 this morning, and I'm
okay.
praying.
I'm not joining you at 3:30. Are you working out at 3:30?
No. I'm working out my mind. I'm praying. I'm meditating. I am emptying myself just to get downloads, just to hear information, just to listening, the skill of listening, not only to around you, the atmosphere around you, the spirit world around you, listening to your body, listening to your hurts, listening to your pain, bringing that into a form of equilibrium or homeostasis is extremely important as a leader, to be able to gauge. Every leader is like a beautiful Ferrari, and it runs, it purrs, but you have to be able to listen to your body, listen to what's going on around you, because a couple mess ups and you can mess that engine up. Okay. It's that delicate. It's powerful, but it's delicate. Okay. And so I'm up early, I'm listening, I'm writing, I'm plotting and trying to take over the world stuff. Right.
I love it.
People that I love to speak to, I love to minister to, and just to, pour into, is I love people that are moving. Okay. Because I'm a motivator. People who are not moving, then I have to inspire. That's inspirational. But you can only motivate a person's motives. And so when I'm speaking to people who are stuck, they're at that age, late 50s or early or late 40s, and they're like, you know what, I got to get to the next level. I'm running out of bullets. I'm like, hey, I'm your man. I got you, because I'm going to show you how to win, whether that's in corporate America, whether that's with associations, or even sometimes, let me digress, I love speaking in schools as well. As long as you want to fight to win, hey, let's go. I'm your guy.
Is winning, because you said it a couple times and I'm listening, is winning on the football field in your mind the same as winning in the business boardroom? Is it the same kind of win, or is there,
I actually,
is it the same feeling? Is it the same?
Oh yeah, it's the same feeling. But I actually transcend both. When I talk about winning to me is the fullest expression of who you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, obviously, and
right.
Okay, it's the fullest expression of you in those quadrants. It's, I am here to win. Now, there's a kind of backstory. If I have a couple seconds, I can dive into that. Is that I left high school. I had the ambitions of one day playing professional football, going to that next level, like you mentioned earlier. But I barely started in high school football. I wasn't even honorable mention on conference. I leave high school with a 1.62 accumulative GPA, 9 on my ACT, voted most likely to fail, 4 to 5 documented learning disabilities. And I go off to a junior college in Mason City, Iowa. My mom, single parent setting, raised all 6 of us in just one bedroom. I mean, not one bedroom, one bathroom. Jesus, it is like, it was just,
your mom on here. I want to talk to her. God bless her.
She just passed about a month ago. And I go off to this junior college in Iowa. And the first year at that junior college, I get no playing time. I'm looking like I'm not going to get playing time this year. And I have a conversation. And the conversation is, you know what? There's no way I can be successful. I said, but I can win. And the moment I said that, it was like your sci-fi movies where the guy turns on a switch and the entire, just, my body sprung to life and said, yes, you can win. And I began to see things differently from a success perspective, from a winning perspective. Success teaches you how to produce. Winning shows you how to reproduce. Success and winning have a similar track, but they're 2 separate tracks. And so I moved over to the winning track and I began to like MacGyver life, right? And so I went from being at this junior college, what does a winner do? Well, everyone's at home in the springtime from the junior college. The winner goes back to junior college by himself and trains all day by himself for 4 months. But that's what the winner does. What does a winner do? The normal class load is 14 to 15 credit hours. The winner takes 22 hours in one semester to graduate a semester early to give him a strategic advantage over all the other linemen at junior college in the country. And so I had a totally different mindset of thinking that this is a winner's mindset versus a success mindset. And it just led me from college and from there to the league and there to the business world. And I use it in my marriage, and that's it. Life is a game.
I want people to sit with that for a minute, because I think a lot of us say to ourselves, I want to be successful. This is my path to success.
Right.
And we think that if we say, I want to win, I'm a winner, or I'm going to win, there's this,
right.
I hear narcissistic a little bit, or egotistical. And so that's why I really wanted to touch on that, because I heard you say it a couple times.
Sure.
And I wanted to differentiate between the two, because both are positive, but one is very different.
Yes.
One is like when you think about it in those terms, success is very good. Winning is a higher level.
Yes, it's your calling.
Yeah.
It's your calling. And for people who are suggesting that I'm saying that, let me just take another level of clarification. if I could create that word like clarification, it's another word of just another word of clarity is that the number one competitor, because whenever you're winning or whenever you're competing to win, you have to have a competitor. And the number one competitor is yourself. You're fighting against you. You're fighting against the urge to, be average, to be normal. You're fighting against the desire or the pull of complacency or comfort. And if you're not careful, your comfort zone will become your casket, right? And so you're fighting against all that is in you. You're fighting against it to pull all that's in you out of you, every bit. So, yeah.
I'm looking at our time because it's going so quickly and I could keep talking to you. So I'm going to bug you to come back.
Okay,
for sure, because I could keep going and I want people to really watch this. And I know we have, people out there, God love us all. We have the attention span lately of goldfish, all of us, so I want people to take away from today, these messages. So please come back. I'm gonna hound you. But tell me, I don't even know if I followed any of the questions that we talked about, but what, just because I found so many things that initially that we set off on to be so interesting, and people who do get to meet with you and talk to you are very fortunate. I think I have on my feed here that you can find Shawn at his website at shawnharper.org. You need to go to his website. You need to pull him into your next business conference, your school. I mean, just how selfish of me to be able to have this alone time to share, because it's inspiring. What you've been in business now for how many years? You've been out of the NFL?
Yeah, I've been out of the NFL. I retired officially around 2000, and I've been in business actually since '98. And yeah, it's been a great ride, and I'm still riding it. And is
there something that you want to do that, like, you're on the winning trajectory here? What's the win? What's another win that you would love to?
The win that I would love, and that's going to happen, and is happening right now actually, is to be able to leave pieces of myself, right? And to just go to different areas, different countries, and just maybe sponsor orphanages. And I would like to be the Warren Buffett of just philanthropy, just giving away, just having the orphanages.
I see that.
Yeah, just all over the world, helping other, like Shawn Harper's, right? Because
they're out there.
Yeah.
And they're out there, and they need the help, because there are kids out there who we know they need the help. They see it, they want it. They sometimes just need a hand to help them out.
Yes, that's it. That's all they need, is a little, you had mentioned something early on about teachers and support. I promise you, there were a handful of people, probably less than 5 people, my mom being one, my biggest cheerleader. It's a handful of people that were like, hey, you can do it. And in my darkest moments, I pulled from those people. But now we have a new generation, and there isn't that voice. There isn't the amazing grandmother. There isn't the aunt down the street. There isn't the older brother and sister. It's not there anymore. It's not there.
No, and I have to tell you, sometimes we are seeing it from these large corporations, but what we're not getting is the Shawn Harper hand to hold. So if you're going to go do that, I want to know and hear about it. As a publicist, I want to spread the word. And I think that's amazing. I think, there are a lot of kids out there who need a Shawn Harper to help guide them. I know just, you know, from where you come from, sitting here in Detroit, I actually have a fabulous interview later today with a bunch of Detroit kids who are doing amazing things in a program like that. I'm excited, you know, that we get to showcase that in the next week. You know, people need help.
Yes.
And if you're in the position to help, I say, damn it, help, you know?
Right. Right.
I think you need to write a book though.
You know, I do have a book.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. In fact, my second one is
okay. So shame on me and forgive me. So where can we find?
You know what? I got something for you, right? If you go to my website, if you go to shawnharper.org, you can get a free digital copy of my book called The Winning Edge.
Okay. And everybody.
Yeah, everyone go.
I'm hitting that one today.
Yeah, just
okay,
go.
So you need a second book because I mean, to me, I think, you know, when I'm taking downtime, but when I like want to just take a minute of downtime, you know, 5 seconds, I do love, I'm the person who needs that motivational book on my nightstand. I need the inspirational story. I don't need a romance novel. Most people know. I need inspirational, like, and I love when I talk to people and they say, go get this book, or, you know, I have a client who's written, I love when I get clients who are authors and they say, oh, I've written this inspirational book. I'm like, God bless you. Cause like, that's what, you know, people need a book that, you know, just fires them up because we can't talk to you every day. So, all right, everybody go to shawnharper.org, download that book.
Yeah. Shawn with a W.
Yeah, I should point that out. It's on this link, SHAWN.
Yes.
HARPER.
Yes.
.org.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I am going to bug you and send you back my link so we can talk maybe in the next month or so, and I can check in and see what you're up to.
Please check in with me. You have great energy, and it was just so awesome speaking with you. Please check in.
Thank you. Keep it going. I love what you're doing.
I will.
All right. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.